Hi there, Scott at Fifth Wheelers Australia again, and today I'd like to get a bit more in depth with these hitches that we're putting in the Nissan Navarras, the DMaxes and the Rangers. That style of twin cab ute or extra cab that you've got to tow your gooseneck horsefloat. This kit that I've got here is made by Hayman Reese. It's a DMax kit, and I've set it up like it's set up in the back of the ute. There's a plate each side that goes onto the chassis. And if we have a look around here, there's a hole in the side that locates on an item that's in the chassis. That's a good starting point. There's a U-bolt here that goes around this way and through. There's a bracket on this side that clamps up this end. There's a whole host of bolts and spacers that come with it. The spacers are used in between the floor rail and the tub. When we drill the hole saw through to put the bolt in, this carriage bolt drops through. There's a high and low section of the floor, so we put these spacers in to take up the slack in the floor of the tub of the ute. This inch box goes up hard underneath and the bolts come through. There's a full layout diagram on the installation instructions here. There's also what they call a CP label, a compliance label. There's one that's on the chassis rail kit there. There's also one on the plate that goes on the top, and there's one that we put on the door frame of the car on the driver's door frame. Very important to say it's ADR approved for use in Australia. So some good work there by Hayman Reese. Also this little wiring loom that they've put out. This is a Y connector. You disconnect the existing tow bar that all the twin cabs have got. You then stick this thing in there, you put the two relays in, and then this is a takeoff that you might run up to a 7-pin plug in the tray. A bag of bolts to go with it, and all the stuff you need. This is a dual position goose plate. It gives you the centre mounting position or the rear position for the 3-inch ball, and that gets you further away from the cabin. On an extra cab ute, this here is about $850. On a twin cab ute, it's $550. If you choose the rear position, we'll move it back another 130 mil away from the cabin. So that's important because of the short trays. If you want to remove it, you pull out a pin that sits in here, and this plate comes out. And then you're left with just these floor rails in the back of your ute. So there's a pin that goes through and an R-clip goes on, 4 of them. Mounts the dual position plate in there, and yeah, remove it, just the rails left. So, available for all the twin cab utes or extra cab utes across all the Japanese brands that we have here in Australia. So if we can set you up with one, and you can either have it as a single position or a dual position. Everyone buys a dual position these days. Give us a call at Ballarat, Fifth Wheelers Australia. Thanks.